Yeah, okay. We're at Buchanan Range. We are out in the training area, so it's probably looking like a potato from you guys. I mean, in 5G, 2 bars. It might be rough and grainy. Hopefully the sound's coming in all right. We have Team 21 right in front of us. Team 21's got their body armor on, helmet, and they're going to do the urban assault course. This event is usually weighted one of the heaviest events. This in Krilling. What you need to know about this event is go fast. You need to burn the ships. You need to rip it like this is a 100-meter sprint. You need to frickin' fly. And then when it's time to shoot, you shoot as best you can, trying to engage targetry that has red balloons on it. Does not count as a hit unless you pop those red balloons with your UTM rounds. UTMs are the simunition rounds that you'll be shooting. So if there is an event to absolutely dominate, it is the urban assault course. This will be one of the fastest lanes. We only have one team here right now. Right here. Yeah, competitors, targetry, building, got the whole thing. Team 21. Gotta be fast. Cover your buddy while he moves. When you get inside, you're gonna have little barriers of where you can shoot from. Get as close as you can to that barrier and then shoot the target. Hit those red balloons, pop them. They only count if you pop those red balloons with your UTM simunition rounds. Ranger instructor's giving the final brief. He's going to ensure they track and agree with the zeros on the clock, and then they're going to go. It is windy. Thankfully, they're going to be indoors when they shoot, so they should be all right. They're loading their UTM rounds. UTM rounds actually usually work pretty well. Not too many jams or malfunctions in that one. You get in there. Equipment set, got their weapons. Team 21, getting ready to rock in the urban assault course. Time starts now. Time starts. We can already see a hobble from one of the partners. That can tell you the amount of miles they've already put on themselves. Ooh, a little grenade action. Oh, what a hit with that grenade. It popped right into the little spot. Now, back in the day, we'd ideally go inside with them. Here we are. They're just doing 10 burpees each. One partner goes, and the other partner goes. 4, 5, 6. Okay, he did 5. The other partner's going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other partner's going to do 5 more. Total of 10 each. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Both partners completed their 10 burpees. All right, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I guess we're doing 20 each. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 burpees each. All right, they're now going to shoot these targets. Got it. Good hit. Good hit. All right, 2 for 2. Now they're going to do indoors, do a bunch of cool Battle Drill 6 clearing. We don't have the ability to see. inside. So this is about max we're going to get here from Rich. And then Team 27 just showed up. So this is Buchanan Range, our urban assault course. Haven't used this, I think since 2013 over here. About 12 years since we've used this training area for the urban assault course. So right now they're indoors. They're maneuvering first, second floors. There's targets with bad guys pointing weapons at you. And there's civilians out there. We got like a cell phone. You got to engage only the targets that are bad guys. And then not only do you have to engage them, they each have a balloon on them. The balloon's filled up with air. We got to pop that balloon with your simunition UTM round. If you got all those, no penalties will be deducted from you. And then your time will end when you exit the building and run to the finish line. So that's how you figure out your overall time for the urban assault course. We are not able to get any closer than that, so not getting as much action as you used to back in the day, years past.
This is just one of the 15 events they're on now for today, before 7 p.m., correct?
Yeah, that's correct. So 15 events they got to knock out between 2.5 hours. Some teams finish in 2 hours. So some teams started the 15 events at 8 a.m. Slowest team started the 15 events at 8:35 a.m.
5 hours left.
Standings have dropped. 82nd is in the lead. Let's go. For the standings drop delta, is it just the first 3 events that drops, as in the mass start run, the run swim run, and then the Ranger physical fitness assessment? Team 27 is here. They're getting ready to go. Okay, yeah, it's 11:30. I don't think there's going to be any initial standings anywhere else. All right, so team just finished. They're finished at 4 minutes. So that team that just went over there, Team 21, they finished about 4 minutes. Urban assault course is always as fast as freaking possible. You need to fly. You should feel like the taste of blood in the back of your throat because you're at that anaerobic endurance level just sprinting. If you're not doing it like that, you are doing it wrong. If you are taking too much time, eyeing your corners too much, doing your reverse center clear or whatever the respective rooms, you're going way too slow. You need to fire it up and rip it. This is usually one of the top 2 events. Urban assault course and Krilling range are usually top as far as where you're going to get most points. We only have 40 teams left in the competition. We saw a lot of them were clogged up at Prusik. Last time we checked, Prusik had nobody now. And then Krilling range was down to about 3, so not too bad. And now it seems that a lot of teams are getting jammed up over at the known distance range, the KD range, as we like to call it. Known distance, KD. What do we got for teams generally located in different places, Blaine? Team 27. Team 27 representing the 101st Airborne. She doesn't need a nap today? She's killing it. She's rocking. And she's like, I'm good. Let's go. Let's watch Team 27. Come on, Dad. 21 just went. They just did it in about 4 minutes. They nailed that grenade in the first toss. They nailed both balloons up top. They did their 20 burpees. 20 burpees, they look like they're hurting. And then they should be rolling. They're on the backside of this hill right now. Here comes 27. Good coaching right there. Lock it in. Naps are crucial at BRC. You're not kidding. I'm telling you, when you get in a training area or you get one of these holding patterns and you're stuck, like you look at the max, like, all right, we're going to be here for an hour and a half. You need that nap. You got to take it. Charlotte over here, a little 5-year-old girl, has been in every single range with us, and I don't think she's taken one nap. Dad said she apparently took a nap in the car for 10 minutes, so that was critical for her. Good spirits all day. She'll be a future best ranger competitor, no doubt. Dang, Drewski. Trying to throw out the D's out here in the room 40. Come on, man. This is a no-kid chat, my friend. All right, we're going to start their time once the competitor brief is done. This is Team 27 representing the 101st Airborne Division. All right, going to confirm zeros in the clock. Once you confirm zeros in the clock, your UTM rounds are loaded. They will say go. So just a basic level we saw is 4 minutes. Generally, urban assault course, you want to be, it depends on where you are, right? Whether you're at Selby, McKenna Mount, or even here at Buchanan, you probably want to be like a 2:30. Those are the blazing times that usually end up winning this individual event. All right, time started. Big throw. Does he get the roll? Oh, no. Did they give him the roll or no roll? It was short. It did not go inside the pit. All right, they're each going to do 20 burpees. 2, 3. Oh, it's confusing now. 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16,
They're not even standing all the way up.
17,
Just barely saving, trying to be as
18,
efficient as they can.
18,
Task, which is
19, 20,
also trying to be efficient.
19. Doing too much. Passing all the appropriate burpee metrics. All right, they did 20. 1 miss, 2 miss, 3 miss. All right, so they got both their targets. You don't get any additional points if you have leftover rounds or anything like that. Oh, partner fell down. That's common. And oh, he hurt his knee. I know that. I know that feeling. You nail that shin or that knee. Oh, that's where you're like doing the.
Quick update. Team 17 is out on mortars. Team 8 is out on mortars. Team 30 is departing mortars. Team 35 and Team 28 have left mortars or are on their way back out to the road, to Good Luck Road. On the machine gun, we have Team 9. This is for the folks that can't see all this. Also on Good Luck Road, further north, is Team 27.
They're the ones going right here at the urban assault course right now.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry about that. Yeah, they're right here in front of us. There you go. Team 48 is out on Jamestown Road right now, going north. Team 21 is either heading to or coming back from there. They're coming into the urban assault most likely. Or no, that's the guys that were just here, so they're leaving. 21's leaving. More updates. Let's go look at the Prusik Tower and see if anybody's at Prusik right now. Let's see. Hang on just a second. Yeah, there is nobody at the Prusik Tower right now, which is crazy because this morning it was jammed full and you had teams sitting there for an hour and a half or so. And now
Time complete for Team 27. They finished in 3 minutes and 38 seconds, so they were 22 seconds faster than the team previous to them. As stated before, generally that 2:30 is the time you want to beat the urban assault course. There is one more team here.
Team 21.
Oh, it's Team 21. They already went. So I think we're just going to roll. What's up? What are we doing?
What they got to do here?
We are going to keep the live stream on now. We'll allow you to see the nitty gritty of us getting in the vehicles, getting back, trying to answer questions as best we can. We're going to go up to the next bottleneck. It appears as if the known distance range is going to be that next range where a lot of teams are waiting on. Pack up our equipment and gear real quick, skis. Notice Team 21 here, being smart, changing out socks. Getting socks on, getting food. If you got some sunscreen, put some sunscreen on. That sun will punish you, especially in little holding areas like this where you're just sitting in the sun, there's no shade or cover. That sun over time is brutal and beats you down. Notice you become a spectator, you get to enjoy everyone here. Any clue what 53 standings are? Yeah, so KTB, just so you're tracking, we are never going to know tonight what the standings are since the most recent one posted until 7 to 8 p.m. tonight. Reason for that is, opposed to years past where they went in order, lanes, event 1 through event 18, standings could be posted because you had all 40 teams get through lane 4, lane 5, lane 6, and they could do a daily standing all throughout the day. Every 2 hours or so we get an update of like, oh, here's how team whatever's doing. You can't get that today because of choose your own adventure. And with the choose your own adventure or the Ranger Reckoning, you can't actually publish any scores or standings until all 40 teams have been through one event. So let's say Prusik right now, completely empty. Let's say all 40 teams had completed the Prusik. Theoretically, you could say we know the score of all 40 teams of Prusik, and then we could add that overall we could have scores and times added to their overall standings. But because we're not going to have anybody's times until 7 to 8 p.m. when all the teams have to be back at Rogers at 7 p.m., then and only then will we actually get our next set of standings. So it's going to be crazy blind how we're just going to go from the current standings we have, and then it's going to be shooken up with all the new standings that are going to pop with all these different events. First 3 events today with a total of 11 miles. Only the top 40 teams advanced. You'll see all those 40 teams, their standings posted and were published on the Airborne Ranger Training Brigade. The next set of standings won't probably post until 7 to 8 p.m. tonight. For the machine gun range, I think they should do a dead gunner drill to switch gunners rather than just a slow transition. I like that. I think the current transition they do is like, hey, your lane is up for 1 minute and 9 seconds. You shoot your respective rounds. Okay, it's done. Now partner switch. Now you can go for your next respective rounds. And that's good too, because if you do that dead gunner drill to your point, then you're actually rehearsing as if somebody went down. You have to continue the fight as the assistant gunner. You're not just going to be like, well, I have this big machine gun here, I can't shoot. So yeah, that makes sense. It's a good technique. I think once again, continuously though, with that machine gun range, we see year in and year out, is teams are a little light on the trigger. They like to do 2-3 round bursts because they feel good because they see the rounds impacting just short of the mound. And then as a result, they keep doing that, and then they might only get 1 hit. So realistically, again, if you're hitting 4 times at the machine gun range, that's going to put you in that top tier of teams at that event. I'm a big proponent of lay it down, 10 to 11 round burst. Yeah, you might only get 4 times to pull the trigger, but you're going to have a better chance at hitting the area target weapon system, those 300-meter targets, 2 per partner. You get 4 total, you're rocking it. And then you get the AT4 round, you're killing. So this is team 27. They're done. They're rolling. We're going to roll as well here. And we'll just stay on the live stream, kind of talking through our competitor insight, what we'd be thinking as competitors, how we'd be choosing kind of our next. I'm just going to stay live. Yeah, we'll keep rolling. Yeah, we'll just keep it rocking. You're good. Don't worry about it. All right, so if I am a competitor right now, we're team. We know how many events we've done, right? We know, like, all right, we've knocked out 8.
We better have more than 8.
Yeah, what time is it?
Have way more. 2 o'clock.
It's 2 o'clock. We have 5 hours to knock out our last set of events. So if we got stuck anywhere for 2 to 3 hours, possibly hour and a half at Prusik, 2 hours at Krilling.
Prusik right now, based on what
Prusik's empty.
it's clean.
Yeah.
You can get on there and get off, and you're the only team there. But it looks like everybody's north of Prusik, away from Prusik.
Team, what team is that?
Team
48?
8.
Team 48 just walked in. Team Power 8 just got into the urban assault. Stand firm. Team 44 continue to lead the way. Here's our ride for the day. This is also our power pack area. So we get our batteries charged in between streams. Figure out our next course of action. What are we going to do? Oh. Get that seatbelt on. Follow all the rules. So let's do a little mappage, a little appropriate mappage here. So this is BRC. Day one, all the competitors got to see this on the day of the last day for the final brief. First 3 events, about 11 miles. The Ranger Reckoning is 15 events. Those 15 events are between 17 to 19 miles, depending on how you decide to attack. So currently on this, we're at event number 14, which is Burroughs Range, or correction, Buchanan Range. Thus far, we've done the Prusik, we've done Krilling Range. So we did 13, we did 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. We live streamed it. We're just going to try to keep it live now as we move to our next iteration to figure out where we're going. Based off the black ohm tracker, last I checked, the KD range, Maerten's range, is likely the next best location. See how it looks like right now on the tracker.
Right here on the
We got team. Look at that. Look at that, best Ranger. 27. Good work, 27.
Good job, guys. Looking strong.
That's 27. Notice 27, they're moving.
Yeah, that's right. 27's moving. These guys got a little.
It could be chafing. It could be a blister. I think I'd rather have a blister than a chafing. If I have chafing this early, not a good day. 21. Good coach in there. Coach reminding them, eat their food, snack, drink water, hydrate. This is tougher because you've done 11 miles your first 3 events. Your event 4 to 18 is going to be 17 to 20 more miles. So you're going to be at 30 miles just before you even get to the foot march. And the mandatory event, Malvesti, that is mandatorily your last event. So you knock out the 17 events, your 18th event will be the Malvesti. So regardless of what happens, when you get to that Malvesti, you are going to get disgusting and gross one more time.
The bad part is you've been going for 13 hours at that point, and you're exhausted, and then you get hit with Malvesti, which is completely upper body taxing, and requires all your grip strength, all everything. It's gonna empty the bank. Malvesti will.
We're going to take a left here. The teams thus far that are at Krilling Range, 43 is shooting, 45 is in the queue. So those are 2 Ranger Regiment teams. We got 19, 7, and 18 also at Krilling. So that's 7 teams at Krilling that are waiting to go. You got 2 teams, 38. I'll work to find it. 38 is moving out towards the buddy team live fire range. That's Pierce Range. Known distance range looks pretty popular. Pistol range, currently empty. Buddy team live fire, currently empty.
There's the turn there back to the headquarters. They'll eventually have to go back hourglass there to get back to Malvesti field.
I think known distance range is where we're going to have to go next. Looking at the field, 44 was 30 minutes ahead of the last place team. So 44 was in first place. We know they probably have traveled the most distance. As long as they haven't been bottlenecked in a lane for too long, they're likely our guide on to know the first team to finish all 18 events that Ranger Reckoning. Team 44 just made it to the known distance range. They still have to do the pistol qualification and the buddy team live fire. And then they'll probably move all the way back to Camp Rogers, which will then do the Malvesti. When we get to the point where teams start doing the Malvesti, we'll have one feed. Blaine will be on that one, and we'll just be rocking on the Malvesti because we're going to get a little bit more action. Yeah, let's go straight past Krilling. Krilling just had 43 completed. 45 is about to go. Those are the two regiment teams. And then they have three teams in the holding, 18, 7, 19. On this road, we have teams 4 and 2. We're probably approaching 2 here pretty soon.
Keep an eye out for
2 appears to have chosen the pattern of go all the way up, knock out the buddy team live fires and the 3 rangers that are up north, and then work the way back down.
Malvesti. When do you think we'll be at Malvesti?
Oh, man, I think 44 will get there at 5, maybe 5:30, 5. So then maybe Malvesti at that point.
Let's see if we can catch you.
All right, this should be team 2 and 4. So 2 chose to go all the way in the North Ranges and work their way back down. 2's walking on the downhill, so that kind of speaks to their level they're at, pouring water on themselves.
They're hot.
You got the cars behind you. Team 2, baby. All right. Next you got here is team 4. 4 representing the first ID. So we got team 4 here. That's their route only. We're going to go straight. All right, so the northern portion of the range is on Puckett, on the 8th Division Road. We have the known distance range. We have Porter range, which is our pistol range. And then we have a buddy team live fire. And then we also have the mystery event. The mystery event's being held at the Clark Simulation Center.
And it's still a mystery.
Yep, the mystery event currently has team 24, 14, and 23 there. So we're going to drive all the way up Jamestown to the traffic light, and then we're going to take a left.
Yeah, mystery event. Who knows?
Mystery event's a mystery.
Still.
So we're going to take a left here from Jamestown Road on the 8th Division.
It's 29 still in the fight, aren't they?
29, 2-9er. The old 2-9. I see 29's trackers are back at Rogers, so my assumption is no.
Okay. There's the update on 29. We see them back at Camp Rogers, which means they're not out here chasing more stations there. That could mean that their day has ended a little bit earlier than they wanted.
And then you can confirm where they are just based off of the Airborne Ranger Training Brigade's Facebook page. It actually has the recent standings from 11:30. Only those top 40 teams advance. Actually, you know what? I got my 40 team thing right here, too. We'll go straight. That's the mystery event over there. What was it, Team 29? Yeah, it was 29. So 37 was the first to miss the cut. 29 was directly behind them. So 37, 29, 5 all missed the cut, almost back-to-back in succession. We're going to go to Porter Range. Porter Range is going to be up on our left in about a half mile. Martine's range is the first one. It's the Katy range. It only has one team there. Whereas Porter range, it appears to be 2 to 3 teams that are all locked in there. And that will feed nicely into Carter range after that, because the buddy team live fire, or at Pierce range, is going to end up having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams fighting out there.
Any idea where 35 is?
35. 35. Where is team 35? Team 35 is in 28th place.
There we go.
Delta in on us?
They're a sniper.
Thank you, my friend.
Nice.
Thank you,
Nice
my
save.
friend.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so we've not today, Porter range what we'll do. We've not seen the strongman competition. We've not seen the known distance. We've not seen the pistol. We've not seen the buddy team live fire. Obviously,
Yeah, let's watch these guys come.
yeah.
Patch is that? Is that a
Team 3, first ID.
first ID?
First ID, team 3. First ID. Big red one.
You got the shuffle, man. That's
Mm-hmm.
what it takes.
You need that shuffle. That shuffle needs to be consistent. That 10-minute trot.
That's faster than walking.
Let me hit him up with that VIP. Hey, gentlemen, we're doing the live stream for Best Ranger.
Left or right? Oh, you go straight out through the target on that.
All right, team 3 appears to have been done already with the pistol range, and they're moving on. They're bypassing. We should see team 20 here at the range. Catch them. By the time team 20 is done, we'll be able to bounce over to the buddy team live fire, where we're going to see 1, 2, 3 teams shoot buddy team live fire. This is Porter range. This is standard pistol qualification range. We're getting M9 back in the day. New pistol now for the Army. Standard pistol qual, nothing crazy, nothing additional special, just the Army standard. All right. Team 20, let's go. And we get the live stream for Team 20. Also exciting. All right, so Porter range, this is your standard qualification range. You'll do anywhere in the Army, whether you're Ranger qualified or not. Notice the target tree is extremely close. You're going to have a 10, 15, 20, 25 meter, 25 meter being the most difficult target. This one's a very simple range. Each of you is going to shoot the pistol qualification. I think there's a total of 20 targets total, so 40 per team. So 40 points, best out of 40 is your winner. So we'll take every single team, all 40 teams that come through this event. How many targets did you hit? If you tied, so you each had, say, 24 targets hit, they'll take whichever team did it faster. So that's your general ranking for this event. For the entire competition, there are, every event is weighted differently. So some events might be weighted 5, meaning you take first place, they multiply 5 times however many teams, so 52. So you get 260 points. If you take last place and it's a weighted 5 event, you only get 52 points. So notice right there, the first place team got 200 points bump in the last place team. Last ranking Air Team put out is basically worthless because the teams have been doing so many different events yet. So you're not going to have any updates on standings again until tonight between 7 and 8 p.m. Probably more likely the 8 p.m. hour, because at that point they'll have all 40 teams through each of the 18 events, and then they can figure out actual standings. We're just waiting on Team 20, Team 20. Once Team 20 is done, then we're going to go bounce over to the Buddy Team Live Fire, see 3 teams shoot the Buddy Team Live Fire, and then we're just going to try to figure out where the most action is going to be. Tripod real quick here while we wait. Team 22 is about to get to the Buddy Team Live Fire. Old Guard 33, Airborne 25th, Team 25. They're heading out towards the Live Fire. Team 47 is approaching us here at Porter. I'm assuming they probably were shot here, so they're likely going to bypass. A couple teams had to go to the simunition rounds where the mystery event was. We have some events and teams at the known distance range. Krilling range has 45, 18, 43. 43 just finished shooting. 45 is shooting. 2 and 4 are approaching Krilling. Okay. We know if the USAC dudes are more specialized guys. I'm sure. I like 275 strategy. Did all the least popular stuff first, then move to the first events near the end. Yeah, so if you're a previous competitor, your thought here is you want to do events that had no bottlenecking. So we knew the Prusik. Prusik took forever for teams, and they had a ton of teams there waiting in the queue. Krilling range also took forever. So those teams that got stuck there for 2 to 3 hours, that slowed down your day heavily, right? In a perfect world, like knowing what we know now, I think my partner and I would have loved to have gotten to Krilling first, knocked out Krilling, moved north, knocked out every range on our way up north, and then worked our way back down south, doing the urban assault course all the way through Wagner Range, and then worked back up, done the Strongman competition. That would have been that additional leg we would have added. Prusik, the Bayonet assault course, and then been done. All right, Team 20. Here we go. 25th, baby. Tropical lightning. We're locked in. I love it. Here we go. This is going to be very easy to spectate. Target pops up. Target should go down. I am standing in the empire. That was dumb. I'm about to get some hands all up in me. Brutal. All those ants are furious with me. No bueno. No bueno. Oh, Lord. Get off me. Get off. All right, clearing the weapon, making sure they're good to go. My ear probing. No reason to continue to make tinnitus worse, right? You know what I'm saying? Noise canceling. Love it. They got the thumbs up. Each pistol has a laser attached to it. Hardest part about shooting this pistol with the laser is just making sure you can find that laser. Once you find the laser, boom, he should be pinging. Just fine laser. Smooth stroke, good trigger squeeze, trigger press, correction. See if we can count total. 2 for 2. Four points. 6 points. Yeah, 6 for 6. Hardest part, 25-meter rigger. Nice. 8 for 8. 10 for 10. Get ready for your trigger squeeze here. Team 20, 25th ID. 12 for 12. 14 for 14.
Good job.
Smooth and steady. 16 for 16. Here we go. 18 for 18. Gotta do your mag change. Mag change is critical here. This is all part of the clock. You're on the time still. Now go to a kneeling position. 20 for 20. This is the kind of thing you gotta be 100. Oh, got it. Got it with the skip. 22. Ooh, one miss. 23 for 24. 2 miss. 24 for 26. 28 for 30. 30 for 32. 32 for 34. 35 for 37. 39 for 45. 42. 43. 47 for 52. 51 for 56. 53 for 58. 55 for 60. So out of 60 targets, I believe they hit 55. So 60 targets got 55 points. If they tied anybody, it'll be whoever did it fastest. 55 is outstanding. Well done, 20. Let's go, 25th. That's great. Great job. All right, so that's the Porter range. We just watched one team here. Not much more complicated than that. We're going to move on to the next objective. What do we think? Well done. That was good shit. It's good to see when you got a target range like that where it's super close. You can see it. You get immediate feedback. You know you're shooting well. You get after it. There's no team? Oh, 47? 48. Oh, no. 47. Okay. My best ranger partner just told me, stand by, and that we should definitely watch this next team also shoot. So we will do that. Because guess what? You listen to your ranger buddy. Your ranger buddy reels you in. You acknowledge them. Sometimes you got to listen to them. So we have Team 47 that's on deck. They are a USASOC team. United States Army Special Operations Command. They may know a little something about shooting. So let's see how they do on the 60 targets that they're going to be shooting at. Any commentary missed there? Yeah, USASOC team on the way. Yeah, so let's make sure we definitely get these guys filmed and recorded. Like I mentioned before, the stroke when you bring your weapon out, that's important because you're trying to be the same every single time, especially when you have a laser optic. You're trying to find that laser. If you are taking too long to find the laser, that's why you're going to miss your shot. And then your trigger press, not trigger squeeze, your press is what's important to make sure that you are not over directing it either way. But if you had to choose any fundamental for pistol shooting, by far, I think every expert would tell you the grip is the most important thing. How high you have that grip up on the tang of the weapon system. That's going to ensure, regardless of how you pull the trigger or not, press the trigger or not, that you're going to have the most accurate rounds downrange, the best, strongest grip. This is a nice lane too because it's super fast. Like you get here, you check in, you shoot. You're not really waiting for anything. Hope a team from 375 wins this year. So you're saying not even just 75th Ranger Regiment wins. You're saying specifically third bat, you need them to win. That is some specificity. We're going scalpel here. Ranger Regiment has won 4 years in a row, and then they're going for their fifth. They won in 21, 22, 23, 24, and going for this year for the fifth year in a row. And then technically 19, Rose and Bergman, they were both company commanders waiting at the 101st Airborne when they won in 19, both also former Ebola competitors who won together, and both former Ranger Regiment officers as well. So Ranger Regiment's just been on fire the past couple of years, putting all the work in. Hey man, 275 on top. Oh dang, here we go. While we wait for 47 in this little cue that we're here, this little holding pattern, let's go from left to right, orient box trace. We have the Buddy Team Live Fire, Team 22, representing the 82nd Airborne, and Team 40 are standing by over there. As we go east along 1st Division Road, we have Team 33, the Olgar. Looks like they're moving towards us. Team 25 as well, 82nd Airborne, also moving towards us here at Porter Range. We have 47 here on deck, about to shoot here at the pistol range. The known distance range only has one team, Team 41. The mystery event is getting a little packed. Mystery event has 53, 38, 3, and it looks like 10's moving that way. So that's at the Clarkson Munition Center. Moving south along Jamestown, we have 14 and 24 heading back to those ranges over there, along with 23. Oh man, Krilling Range is giving me, I don't get any kind of stress or breathing problem. Looking at Krilling Range right now, I don't know if it's just not updating, but I see 44, 49, 42, 7, 4, 27, 18, 45. Brutal. If the runs each take 16 minutes, and say you got 10 teams to go, it's 160 minutes, 612, it's 2.5 hours, it's 2:30. That puts you at 5 o'clock. So then you got 2 hours to get back to Rogers. So technically you got the time there to do Krilling, especially if the throughput's kind of picking up right now. Maybe we go to the mystery event next, because mystery event looks like it's popping.
Is it?
Yeah, there's like 5 teams there.
Take them home.
Get a little mystery. You can do a pre-check-in, make sure that we're not going to break any rules by mysterying, observing the mystery. Maybe it's it's at the Sim Center, so maybe it's the hot shot thing where they do the targets.
Could be. Yeah, could be.
That was fun to watch.
It's a mystery.
Yeah.
Even for us.
Spectators and commenters are saying apparently 47 knows a thing or two about shooting pistols. So, to your point, we're gonna listen to our Ranger buddy and we'll watch him.
Keep an eye out for these next guys. Apparently they're skilled at this event.
Rose and Bergman won in 2017, I believe, when they were second lieutenants on Ibolic. And then I think Rose won again, or correction, might have been 2016, and the next year he won when he was lieutenant at 75th. Rangers always have to win, man. I remember the best squad competition, the 175 team, was training. Oh, come on, comments. Tell me if they didn't pick up, they'd lose their driveway, whatever that means. Yeah, you don't want to lose your driveway. If you lose your driveway, oh, brutal. It's a bad day. Are there any updates on the places the teams are in right now? So, Norma, because not every team is going in an order, they're going in their own order. We're never going to get any new standings until probably 8 p.m. tonight, because around 5:30 we're going to have our first teams make it to the Malvesti. That's our trigger and understanding point of like, hey, these are our first teams who are finishing, because one mandated thing about choose your own adventure is you got to end at the Malvesti. And why do they do that? Well, they got a 60-foot tower, they got a rope, they got a ladder, they got, oh, we got to move over there. Macho. And so Malvesti will be the last obstacle course event that they're all doing. So sorry, I was a little distracted there. I'm trying to get over here for 47. No, beyond this point. All right, 47. Get ready to do a little some shoot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the last event they must perform is Malvesti. Yeah, we have no idea if who's in the running or not. It's truly going to be a crazy change of team standings, because there are only 3 events that we saw right at the beginning of the day. These 15 other events could be scattered. You could have a team like Team 44 that absolutely dominated the first 3 events, but then say they shot poorly at Krilling, maybe only did half as good as they thought they were going to do at the machine gun range, and that might shoot them down from first place to 8th place, right? So we won't have a good understanding until about 8 p.m. today. Team 48, Mass Sergeant Jackson, killing his mid 40s on his 4th time competing in the best Ranger competition, finishing every freaking time. Mass Sergeant Jackson probably thought, this is it for me. I'm not going to get another chance. And then, boom, rules change. You're back in the fight. It's motivating as heck. All right, here we go. 2 for 2. 4 for 4. 6 for 6. 8 for 8. They're both doing a good job of actually using the mount here. 10 for 10. Look, they're actually using supported pistol position, using the actual little podium. 12 for 12. You know what that does too. 14 for 14, because you're not looking for your laser every single time, that saves you a second and a half, and you can just get that and just literally turn it. 16 for 16. Here we go. 20 for 20. Switching mags. And I'm going down to kneeling. Oh boy, not paying attention. Kneeling. Oh no. Oh, only one hit there. I wasn't paying attention. This is team 47. Missed one target. Oh, he's still not kneeling. Missed 2 targets. Missed 2 targets by not being kneeling. That's the pistol qualification for the Army. You got to be kneeling. Missed the 3rd target as a team. Missed the 4th target as a team. They got a little shook up there when they got a sequence with the kneeling thing. Oh, missed. Oh. 5 targets missed. Low again. 6 targets missed. Oh. Missed low again. 7 targets missed. No. Missed low again. 8. And missed 9 on the right. You gotta switch from kneeling transition point. Now we're standing again. Now they're moving. Miss 10 on the right. This is team 47. Up, missed on the ammo change. Missed 11. Missed low again on the right. Just every round has been a little bit low. 12 missed. 13 on the right missed. 14 on the left missed. Or on the right missed. Clint, you're funny. All right, out of 60 rounds, they hit 46. They missed 14. We watched 21 earlier. They only missed, I think, 4 to 5. So that was not their best run. They definitely got messed up when they weren't kneeling. The whole not kneeling thing, that kind of messed up their flow. And then partner on the right, when he moved out of that supported position into the look-in, that's where he had trouble finding his laser. It appeared like he was shooting a little bit low. Yeah, who's in first? Great. Dude, we're not going to know who's in first until APM make it through results. $14 missed. Rough run. Yeah. When they transitioned to the kneeling, one partner forgot about that and he was confused. So then he missed 3 just from missing, like not even getting to shoot him. And then when they did do that, they moved from their awesome supported position, which they had the laser the entire time. But now when they're stroking and trying to find that laser out in front of them, they're having trouble, right? And the partner on the right was always missing just under every time. Low left, yeah. And so that compounds, and that's crazy because that's an event that they probably should have smoked and got 56 out of 60. But it goes to show you in this competition how an event that should be easy,
Right.
all of a sudden, like you just have a bad event.
Right.
Like, and you weren't expecting it. You didn't plan for that.
Completely.
Like you actually went into it confident, like, oh, we're going to smoke this portion.
No, you never walk into any of them like that, but you hope that your strong events turn out to be strong events. Right. But it also goes to show that the fatigue can wear on anybody.
100% it can.
Those arms start getting heavy.
Well, you also felt good because you did that prone supported position. You were killing it. So you're like, all right, we are on fire right now.
Right. How many times do you train with your arms where you can barely lift them?
Yeah. Oh, did I drop my phone back there?
And then work on.
You take this over. Get my equipment.
We're going to hang out here in the air conditioning for a second. Everybody stay on. Jay's got to make a quick run. He'll be right back. Not sure what updates you guys have had. Let's see what we got going here. I'm trying to take a look. We're getting ready to... I think we're getting ready to move over to... let me look and see. Hang on. We've already been, so we may head over to the mystery event and go see if we can catch some of that. Now, we've got, okay, so question, how are we viewing live team location? Live team locations are being posted on the Black Ohm site. That can be found on the guide, through the Guide On app. There's some ways to get to it. There's, if you look back in some of the notes, in the chat, you'll see where folks have posted on the best way to get to that. We're getting ready to move over to the mystery event and see what's going on there. It's a mystery to all of us right now, so we're not sure what the mystery is. We've got some guesses. Team 17, hang on, we can take a look. While Jay's out, let me take a look here. All right, looks like we got Jay back.
And stuff like that happens, right?
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
like, hey, dude, where's your rifle? And you're like, oh no, I'm missing my rifle. Oh no, we have to go back.
That could be a problem.
That's a no bueno right there.
No bueno.
Major minus.
Yeah, that's a leaving your sensitive equipment behind.
In this world, it'd be a significant penalty, I believe.
Yeah, they'll probably add, you know, minutes to your overall time as a result. All right, so pistol range is great because it's easy to see, good observation. All right, what do we got? I think the Buddy Team Live Fire has one team there. I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah, it's tough to tell how fast teams are moving right now, only because they're all spread out all over the place. The last standings as of 11:30, you know, we had some good feedback. And you can find that stuff on the bestrangercompetition.com website.
Let's take a right.
We're gonna go to mystery, right?
Yeah, let's go to mystery.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go take the mystery out of the mystery.
Team 10 is there right now. Team 53, 3, 10 are all there at the mystery event. And then maybe 41, an ARTB team might also be moving out there too. Yeah, sorry, these reflections.
Yeah. So last year, this little site that we're coming up on here, the Warrior Training Center, was the home of day 3 in place of the Derby Queen, which we'll be doing this year. Tomorrow, I believe. No, day 3. We did the Warrior Training Center obstacle course, which is right over that mound there.
He's not live streaming and driving. I am the passenger holding it for him. So come on. Don't put him out in that position. Trying to call the MPs on us? No. We wouldn't do that.
Way.
We're good Ranger buddies.
There's a team right here.
This is 41 right here. It looks like they're moving to the Simulation Center. 41 is one of the ARTB teams. We'll take a left here. Yep, they're going to move out to the Simulation Center. We'll go to the little mystery event, and we'll get the mystery figured out. Live streaming and driving. Calling them out.
See, 3 o'clock on a Friday. We're catching Fort Benning rush hour traffic right now. Right?
Yeah. No, this is it. This is where people are kind of Friday, you know, early Friday, Aloha Fridays. It's about that time to head out for the weekend, and we're catching that traffic.
And these guys are just getting started with their weekend.
We're not even we maybe just hit a quarter of the way. Maybe. 42 is that Krilling range. Thank you, Delta. I appreciate you. Sorry, up here on our right is the Sim Center. So we're going to take a right here in this parking lot.
Hopefully nobody gets car sick.
I mean, you got a front row seat, so you should be golden, right?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm great.
I'm just
on
saying,
top of it,
I'm just saying other people might not feel the same way.
Yeah, fair.
I get queasy just watching this.
I think Blaine's gonna just get a heads up check, make sure we can walk in, film with no issues. And then I'll be standing outside here, make sure we're not violating any mystery event rules, right? I think technically the front is over there. All right, Clark Exhibition Center. So here at our Simulation Training Center is one way to help savings if you don't have all the rounds or even the land recorded or measured. You can call for fire trainer, close combat tactical trainer. You can get your soldiers and troops out here knocking out these events. Air conditioned indoors, rep after rep after rep. It's not going to simulate exactly what you're doing in real life, but it gets you the repetition. So when you actually do go out shooting live fires for your buddy team live fire squads, platoon live fires. You're ready to rock. Yeah, the front. Yeah, you go check. I'll hang out here. Best range competition, 41st annual, 2025. Sorry, Ashley, about the Blackcomb thing. Last year, Blackcomb, when they did it, if you look at their website, blackcomb.com/BRC, it shows you how 2024 is. It gave you the ability to see where all the team was, but you couldn't zoom in, right? I think this year, with the ability to allow you to zoom in and kind of see where everybody is, that's probably overloading the network a little bit, which is making it difficult for you, all of you spectators, to see what the heck's going on as far as each location. Temp right now, we are at 68 degrees, nice and chill, pretty comfortable. It was 56 degrees all the way through 11 a.m. So that definitely made guys cooler, chilled them out. But now with the old heat coming out, old Bob coming out, it's gonna make it a little bit tougher. You might see the concerns for heat casualties in that. We got close combat tactical trainers. We got our call for fire trainers. We got our JCATs. We got our battlefield trainers. Yeah, this is great for when you do have the time and you don't have the rounds of the land oriented and you just need to get people the reps. This is where you want to train. First time tracking. And this is like watching the 8-hour Ironman streams. Like only the people who are kind of psychopath watch it live. A majority of people do watch it post-production. You see it on the news afterwards, and they show all these events that lasted 72 hours in like one 4-minute clip. And you're like, but they did so much more than what you just showed. But it can be very difficult to follow. So we appreciate you being here, Delta. Oh, across the street? Okay, where they did them in the past? All right. The Warrior Training Center does have another simulation area over here too, where they've done the laser shot before. Okay.
The mystery event's a mystery to find. We'll get there. Okay. Yeah. Yep. grass on.
All right, hang on. Yeah.
I was like, hang on, who is this calling me? It's working out good.
All right, stop while we do it.
Okay, hang on. Okay. Yep, by the barricade, right? Yep, got it. Yep. Yeah, you're delayed. I'm on it. Oh yeah, I see people now. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay, I got it. I got the doors. Okay, we're on it. All right, thanks. Gotcha. Thank you, sir.
All righty.
All right.
Oh, 3 o'clock on a Friday. Here we go. We're doing it. Little 3 o'clock retreat complete. There's my favorite people. How we doing? Good? Good mystery? Good mystery? That's right. We're trying to. On the Sergeant Major's grass? Well, here's the thing. Sergeant Major has not had a team come upkeep this grass. Yeah, I'll be chilling. So, I'm just saying, like, come on. Now, if it was looking pristine, I think I definitely would have not walked on the Sergeant Major's grass. Also, it's like the backside of a building. There's a bunch of like tent pole things. Like, it's not giving me the vibes that Sergeant Major cares about this one too much. It's also a simunition building, so a lot of civilians are in it. So I think we'll be okay for that one. But you're right. Walk on Sergeant Major's grass like that. I might have to get a one-quart canteen, report to his office here before tomorrow morning. So we were actually in the back side here of the munitions building. We were not tracking that side, but now we see it. Now we're here. Blaine's doing a confirmation just to make sure that we are good to go inside. What we do not want to do is we don't want to record the mystery event, enable teams who maybe haven't been here before, give them an up on the mystery event. If it's something that it really doesn't matter if you know or don't know, the officer in charge or a non-commissioned officer in charge might give us the ability to walk in. Right now we got here currently Team 10. Team 10 is present. We got Team 38. 38, okay. We have Team 41. We got Team 3. And Team 53. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams here at the mystery event, whatever it is. We don't know what it is. So we got 5 teams here. 5 out of 40. That's 1 and 8. So we got what, 16% of the competition right here. Not too shabby. Notice the equipment they got. They have their flicks. That's like their bodyweight carrier. They have their rubber duckies. These are called rubber duckies. They got their rucksacks with their helmets and water cans, water cords. Just ready.
Those things heavy? They look heavy.
I think they're kind of heavy. Yeah, so
They got a little meat on them.
get a little onto it. So team 10. Oh yeah, we're at a solid 45. Give me a confirmation check on that.
Oh yeah, that's
I think that might be 50 because you got the ACH in it too, though.
Yeah, that's a solid ruck.
So for these 17 to 20 miles, they're doing with this ruck on the entire time, and that doesn't even count into time. It just counts into getting there at their end state by 7 p.m.
Yeah, and some of the stuff you look for, right, on these rucks when they're carrying them, right? You don't want a lot of loose stuff. Notice how when you pick the pack up, everything was like super tight and close to the body, up high.
No octopus arms.
You can feel the weight up in the top end of the pack, right? You got the helmet here, you got the water up here, which are heavy items, right? So you got all the heavy stuff setting up at the top, except he's got a 2-port down there. He's got 2 mounted on the side, and those babies are still kind of full.
How'd they look in the mystery event?
Yeah, it's gonna stay a mystery for
Okay.
a little bit.
All right,
just
roger that.
because,
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to give advantage to anybody.
Right, that's right.
But does it look fun? Is there a
Oh, yeah,
description in a way?
It's gonna be challenging.
Challenging mystery event.
Good. Yeah, it's something that I wouldn't expect in a best ringer, but there it is.
I mean, I'm coming into this. I see I'm in a simulation center. I'm thinking something digital.
Oh, definitely digital.
Okay.
But it's gonna be.
But it's more than that.
But it's gonna require a little bit of skill and finesse and some other things. So, yeah, we'll see how it works out in the wash, right?
Ooh.
Maybe we take a trip.
Andrew Batul thinks it's a mounted digital platform. That's his guess. I can't confirm, deny anything, Andrew Batul. Interesting guess, though. I like where your head's at. I don't actually still know what the mystery event is, so can't tell you. Oh, so we're going to be on this live stream, so Blaine can't even tell me. You know what I'm saying? So we're in trouble. Andrew Batul is a total guess. He doesn't have any inside information. He's making it clear for everybody. Just a guess. All right, we are walking on Sergeant Major's grass, but as mentioned before, it's like, it's not really, come on, this isn't the front of the building. It's the backside, the corner. Nobody's really invested in it. Also, look at this. One of the cool spots at Fort Benning, in the backside of Simulation Center. You got like a gorge back here. Great for land navigation. If you're ever just training and you want to just train in Fort Benning, you can find areas like this, check in with range control, and just walk them. Just do like your land navigation and learn it. It's freaking great. Drone warfare simulator. Ooh.
Shit, that was you guiding me in?
Drone warfare simulation? Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Fort Benning, Georgia. Yo, look at that. Look at that patio over there. Check that out. It's like leaning. You see that lean? See that left lean? Left forward's lean? Like you can tell that thing is like on its last days. I would not be eating my outdoor lunch out there for too much. Next wind that blows by or a bit of rain, that thing's coming down. It's leaning to the left, to the left. Everything you lean in our box to the left.
I got you. Thank you, sir.
All right, yeah, GMC right here. Yeah, this is a 2.5 liter 14, as if I knew what that was. It's in a GMC Acadia. Some people love this kind of car. It's been doing great for us this weekend. Big fans. That patio is in the front landing rest. I will tell you though, ain't gonna make it much longer. You are getting to its breaking point. It's about to crap down. That's that moment when you're a non-commissioned officer, and you're pushing your soldiers. You realize like, I probably can't go much more. Like I think I've pushed them to their limit. We need to get them to recovery, get them lickies and chewies, get them their dog X, get them motivated, pumped up, on to the next thing. All right. So let's get back in the old GMC Acadia.
Yeah, man.
They give you any indicator of how many teams have been through yet for their lane?
Yeah, the OIC said there was probably about 15, maybe 17 teams that have been through. There's
Okay.
5 in there right now.
So they're not even halfway through teams being out there.
Right, right.
Whoa.
So, and just think of the distance they got to travel just to get back to ARTB. So
it's 15:10 right now. So it's 3:10 p.m. They have to get back in under 4 hours now. And we're saying not even half the teams have made it here
right
to the mystery event. Oh, man.
Right.
Oh.
So,
Do you
who knows?
think, could you have maybe forgotten about this? Because this is out there.
Yeah.
Like, if you were working on your cutting,
Right.
you might have totally forgot about this silly thing up here.
Well, they were given something, I think.
They had a map. The map showed them exactly
Yeah.
where everything was.
Right.
So technically you should be checking things off. But if you're tired and you're locked in on, hey, we need to go shoot next, you might totally forget. I puked after every dog X. Nah, man, that's not how you do a dog X. So one thing when you do the dog X, don't drink too much soda. Like, I wouldn't even drink soda post dog X. I just like the water and then the hot dog. I just needed that excellent, high quality protein that most hot dogs are made of. That was the true difference maker for us when you eat your dog X. So we got 5 teams in the mystery event. We got 4 teams over at the known distance range. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here, we're gonna take a right, and we're gonna be on the lookout. And we're gonna go to the known distance range. Known distance range, it's in the name. There are known distances. You know you'll be at a starting point. You'll be shooting at 300, 400, 500, whatever the set meters is, it'll be known distance. That way you can then adjust your respective holds of your weapon system that you're firing. You know what I should do? I should be charging up while we're chilling here.
What sort of?
Well, I got the USB-C, baby.
USB-C, okay.
I'm rocking it.
All right, we're moving.
We're moving, we're shaking. Whoa!
Easy.
Big fella.
Easy. Getting people car sick.
Sorry, getting a little car sick. Not bad. Team 10. Hashtag Team 10. So we're gonna go to the known distance range. We're on the 1st Division Road. It's the northern section of this part of the Best Ranger competition. We're gonna get up this hill and it'll be on our left. We'll see a sign for Maerten's Range. M-A-E-R-T-N. Actually, it might be Maerten Range, not Maerten's. This is in between Kelly Hill and Harmony Church. If you know where that is, on Fort Benning. Kelly Hill is home of the old 3rd Infantry Division here before they got deactivated. And then Harmony Church is where now the Armor School is, since Armor and Infantry are now here at Benning, opposed to being at Fort Knox. So here we are at Maerten's Range. I was right, Maerten's Range. It is with an S. We're gonna take a left, followed by another left.
Red Georgia clay.
That red Georgia clay. Some call it the Georgia sand. Can make people sad. We're gonna bump a little bit here.
What's that you're using to keep the phone stable?
Oh, it's a gimbal. The gimbal keeps the actual whole thing stable. It's awesome. How are the racks for Best Ranger Camp? The racks, are you kidding me? It's called the dirt. / maybe if you get your 2 hours of sleep, you're gonna maybe sleep on one of those awesome green army litters. You know the one I'm talking about, where you get to put the poles in it, and then you can never get that last pole in, and for the life of you, like, you're working your butt off to get it in. Eventually you just quit. You don't even want to put it in because you're so upset with it, and you just take a nap right there. Yeah, that's what that is.
I'm gonna let you out and find parking.
Ooh, okay, I hear you.
How about
I see you. I like that. I like that door-to-door service.
Give you an opportunity to excel.
And they got the binos again too for this known distance range. This should be fun. All right, we got our regiment coaches here. People looking happy. A lot of bodies.
All right, go
Let's
get
do
them.
it. No spectators beyond that point. Okay. Oh, fumble.
I'll bring whatever you need.
I think my backpack. That's it. Oh man. So what time does day 1 end? What time does day 1 end? Well, interesting. Day 1, you must be at 7 p.m. at Camp Rogers. Has to happen. Got to be there. Oh, we have no chance here. What is going on?
Let's get it up on this. Yeah. Okay. We're live streaming. I'm just gonna put that there. Start viewing again, huh? All right. All right, I'm not going to be able to see the comments just because they have us standing way far back. So we are on the top berm, looking at the known distance range. Basically, I am absolutely of no use to you. Got the binos honed in, got a good tripod position. Can't see shit. Sorry, can't see Schmidt-Kofer. All right, so teams are lined up on the range road they're walking on. They're at a known point. They're shooting a target tree I can see appears to be 400 meters from where they are. It's one giant white silhouette. And this is as close as we're going to get. Although I see media nerds up there with nothing. So I think we should be able to join the media nerds. Hey, Blaine, I see some media nerds up there. Like I see a girl taking photos and stuff. Yeah, just trying to. The lieutenants are going to tell us no, but they're also told to say no. Team 1-7 right now completed the known distance range, and they're walking towards us as we speak. We got a couple other teams set up, ready to rock, ready to shoot here. 45 just showed up. Sorry, correction. Team 19 is walking towards us. Team 45 just showed up, and they're moving out fast. Team 45, one of my former cadets while I was at the United States Military Academy West Point in my combatives class, also star of the wrestling team. I'm not saying I taught him everything, but dude's moving out right now. Team 45. So we got Team 19 representing 25th Infantry Division. They are on the move. They are eating while they move. Love it. You want to get those calories now. Make sure your body can totally digest all of it before you get to the nighttime foot march. Nighttime foot march historically is between 12 to 20 miles. Tonight it sounds like it's going to be a little bit shorter, but it's going to be terrible because they're going to add a water carry to it. All right, we've been approved to go forward with the live stream. Love to see it. Whoop, whoop. Good teamwork. Good teamwork right there, 19. Team 19, 25th ID, just completed their known distance range, navigated the yellow ropes. The yellow ropes, man, they kick your butt here at this competition, especially when you got your ruck on. Can't touch your toes. Get moved. Probably 22 miles. You still got to move 7 more. Oh. These guys are feeling. You don't want to get into rigor mortis. I've always been told that. That's the no bueno. Lactic acid's okay. You know, cool thing during those transition areas we didn't talk about is recovery. So you can sleep. You can eat. You also can use some of the things you have, like the canteen bottles, to act as rollers to roll out your body a little bit. Lean on them. Mm-hmm. They're going through their mind, recovering. think some people think it's a little touchy-feely when you talk about visualization, but that's something we would do in our holding area when we were maybe 10 minutes out from going. Hey, what are we going to do in this event? All right, we're going to approach the line. You're going to throw the grenade. Grenade's going to go in. You're going to pop it. We're then going to move up, do our burpees. Then we're going to each shoot, and then we go through every single step of what we think we're about to do to put us in that mindset that we are ready and we're locked in. Opposed to, man, I'm tired, my feet hurt. Like, let's just get this over with. That can hurt you in the long run.
Yep.
You got to be locked in whenever it's your time to go on an event.
Yeah,
You only have 18 of these to gain any points.
that's right. And every one counts. And you got to take every one like you're going into it, and that's the only event that counts. You got to go in 100%,
Yeah.
fully ready to go, and then even at that, you're going to get what you're going to get. Sometimes it's luck of the draw, like this morning. Remember the ropes over at Prusik were just soaking wet. They're probably dried out by now, but there's nobody on the Prusik, or there wasn't earlier. So, it's all just timing and decision making. This stuff just works out eventually.
We talked about it with like 47 earlier. 47 knew they were going to shoot great on pistols. Maybe you start overlooking the event because you're like, oh, I got this. I'm 20 for 20. And then something happens where, oh, I missed. And that might snowball into like more misses than you even expected. And what you have to do is you have to have a short memory of the goldfish they talk about in Ted Lasso. Because when you do make a mistake, it's going to happen. You got to move on. Clear it out of your head. Yeah, we'll hit it with a tent.
This high tent, and then we'll go to the other one. Make sure we're not going past this other tent here. That looks very much downrange. It's not a good place to be. Looks like the UAC over there.
Got the ammo detail here. I'll be up here. You guys want to go to the slab right here, and then we can just watch from here? Yeah, this would be great. We're not in their way, and then we still get a good view. Team 44, Team 45. We got a ARTV team moving out on the range right now. See what team that is on our little map.
Yeah, no distance range.
Actually, sorry, it's our USASOC team. It's Team 47. This is the team that we saw shooting pistols earlier.
Right.
45's resting. 21's resting. And then we got 47 getting ready to shoot. So right now they're approaching their first shooting area. It says 500 meters right next to the sandbags. So telling them, hey, you're going to be shooting here at the 500-meter targets. Locking and loading. Their scope has a 6 times scope. Can be a little funky if it's your first time looking through the magnification. Yeah. First time you're looking through a 6-time magnification, you're like, whoa, that's a lot. So when they're over there by the table, they're shooting at a target that's 500 meters away. When they're over here by these barricades, they're at 450 meters away. So you know once you get to it, that's how far you're going to be shooting. All right, so team 47, they're in the prone, supported. They are aiming downrange. There's a silhouette target. It's a black silhouette target above the numbers 54 and 55. They got a detail of Ranger recycles that are underneath the target in those berms, like in the old days, World War II style. Once it's over, they'll be able to pull the target down, count how many hits. That'll be how many points they get for that respective target. Are you worried about wind here when you're shooting this one?
Say that again.
Are you worried about wind here when you're shooting something like this?
Absolutely. Anything that's covering any sort of distance like this, you're definitely worried about the windage for sure.
There's nothing really blocking it. Like those trees are so far out that wind's gonna come in here like a valley. So they moved up to this barricade, this L barricade. Both partners will choose one side. They now have to shoot at a 450 meter target.
Which team? This is 47?
This is 47.
Yeah, team 47 shooting.
This target is 450 meters away. It's above the number 34. It's the exact same target. It's a black silhouette on white paper on top of cardboard. Once again, they're going to shoot as many rounds as they can effectively there. Once complete, target will be pulled down, recycles inside that little barricade area. We'll count up all the numbers hit, and that will be their score for this target. It'd be cool if it was like the Olympics where you had the GoPro camera underneath looking at it and you can get the immediate feedback of target hit.
Exactly. All right, looks like they're clear of that target.
All right, so they finished that 450 meter known distance spot and now running all the way over to the last barricade location. I based off that math. I'm assuming it's a 400 meter target. 400 meter, also known as a quarter mile. Shooting a quarter mile, isn't that cool?
How much are they running in between?
Woo!
300 meters at least.
Yeah, so the first movement was definitely 100 meters. Second movement's probably 150. So moving 250 meters total. On top of the 20 to 25 miles they already have on their bodies.
It's just a way to get the heart rate up. Throw off the shot. Anything to test them just that much more.
And this one, they're not allowing them to go prone supported or unsupported. They have to shoot standing. So they're trying to shoot the best position they can. Once again, their target's the exact same. It's a black silhouette on top of white piece of paper on top of cardboard. It's over the number 6, approximately 400 meters down from where they're shooting. Same thing here, same story. Once they're done shooting, engaging the target, they'll pull the target down, they'll count how many hits, and then they'll take their total amount of hits, they'll give them a score for that, and then get their final time. So their final time is now, they're clearing their respective weapons.
They should be clear now. We got to the road quick to stop the time, so they should be good.
Yep, time stopped.
Team getting ready over here.
We got 45 in the holding area. We got 21 on deck to shoot. Team 21 on deck to shoot. I feel like we're always seeing their left side.
Yeah, we can never catch.
I know, right?
We need it. That's a AAR comment. Numbers on both sides.
Or just like a number dead center or something,
yeah,
you know?
Something. He's motivated. Looks like 2 teams work.
He's the Ranger Recycle, bringing the weapons back to the next team. Ranger Recycle's backbone to the best Ranger competition. Getting all the details knocked out, painting things black, getting yellow rope, stopping knucklehead spectators or media members from doing dumb things, making sure we're not going to get in trouble. Team 47. All right, we were right. Team 47. We can finally see the right side. It was 47. 21 is on deck.
Get that headgear off, start coming off immediately. There you go. Start stripping down, getting ready to recover a little bit.
Move on to your next objective.
That's right. Start preparing for the next event. This one's over.
They're shooting the Diamondback firearms. Delta Bravo 15s.
These are just spares.
Oh, these are spares? Okay.
Yeah, they're shooting the new XM7.
Oh, XM7s. Okay, cool.
Nice, huh?
These are spares, but they're shooting the XM7s. It's a 6 times multiplication on the scope. This is Team 21 preparing to go. I like it. 21's got a big patch in the back of their head. Big fan. That'd be cool. They should do that in the future.
That's the ticket. Put it on the headgear. Well, but then if you're not wearing headgear,
Well, I mean, just for the lanes that you're going to have the helmet, right?
right? Helps us.
It helps us a lot. Also, something we didn't mention from the sponsors, but they're wearing the shock collars, like you see like NFL football players.
Yeah.
Thought is when you're doing a lot of shooting events, high impact shooting events, or when you have a lot of recoil back from the weapon systems and then the percussions of the weapon systems, it can cause small micro brain injuries. So by wearing those little collars around your neck, it's going to help modulate the blood flow into your brain, which hopefully reduces the amount of impact to your brain when you shoot these systems over and over and over. Oh boy, that's that sun that like gets you burnt real bad.
Yeah.
Team 45's on deck. Team 21's about to shoot. We'll stay for 45 and 21. See how they shoot. It's 3:30. You have 3.5 hours to get to the Malvesti. Oh my! Let's see. Let's look at what Team 44 is. I'm just assuming here. We know it might make a donkey out of you and me, but my assumption is 44 based off of them being first, is that they'll be the first ones back to Malvesti.
Assuming they don't get backlogged somewhere.
Right. So 44 is running up through the woods right there right now.
Okay.
So
Right
they got to,
behind us.
oh man, they still got to come up, shoot.
They're coming here.
Yeah, they might be coming here or they might be shooting forward. I don't know, but dang. So 44, who I think theoretically is the lead distance-wise team, they still got at least 3 lanes to go.
Okay.
So truly, you're going to use your entire day. This hasn't been like this in years past. Years past, the fastest teams, they're done by 2 o'clock. They're chilling. They're getting food. They're resting, relaxing.
Get a little breather and then.
Not the case today.
No. They're going to move right into the.
Oh, Malvesti, soaking wet.
And then the.
Oh, pain.
Yeah. Krilling? I don't know. Krilling yet.
I think they must have because they were in the waiting area. And now they're here, so I think they did. Yeah, they should have. Yeah, because they started at Buchanan, worked their way down, and they came up. They did Krilling, and now they're hitting these ranges on the way up. And they still got to hit the mystery event. Woo!
Which is still a mystery to everybody.
Mystery. Only Blaine knows. He hasn't even told me. He hasn't written anything down. He hasn't texted me. He's a good ranger buddy. Highest integrity. How many major pluses did you get at Ranger School?
I can't even remember.
You
going
can't
to
remember?
school.
Oh, man. I remember my first
It was
major
that long ago. I don't want to tell you when it was.
plus. All right, so we got Team 21. Team 21's at the start lane. I don't know why I didn't keep time last time, but I will this time. 21's a little bit younger than 47. They got them young lieutenant, 25-year-old lungs on them. Wearing the ops core helmets. Got the plate carriers. Shooting the XM7 with the 6-time magnification
Oh,
of their
that?
scope.
Cross tailwind, so that might not.
Oh, it's
might
going to
not
shoot you
count.
around. We got a westerly, almost south westerly wind pushing. Whoop, whoop. Come on, come on. There we go. So they're shooting at that target right now. They are at the prone supported position. They're shooting and engaging from 500 meters away. Shooting right above the number 55, as in lane 55. Black silhouette target, pretty large. Goal is to hit as many on black as possible. Once done, they'll pull the target down. The detail will count up the numbers, and then they'll assign that many hits to that team. Based off of distance, we have no idea how well they're hitting or not hitting. That wind is coming in strong, though, from their back sides, right sides. Yeah, it's like a northwesterly pushing them right in. No advantage here if you were just to go up and shoot all of your rounds and not even try to hit. No game in that. You're just going to get punished as far as time. They'll add all of those missed rounds to your overall time, even if you think you move super fast. All right. Target has been pulled down. You're now running over here to the barricade target. It's Team 21 still moving out. Team 47 is getting ready to leave. Team 45 is on deck, ready to shoot, representing 75th Ranger Regiment. All right, Team 21, they're in the kneeling position. They're shooting a target that's 450 meters away, right above the number 33. The second barricade targets are shooting kneeling position, 450 meters away. All right, third target, they're moving over to the last barricade. Last barricade will be 400 meters away, and they'll be shooting from a standing position. That last target is at between number 5 and 6. Same target they'll be shooting at. Team 21, standing position, 400 meters away. Target is above the number 5/number 6. We got a range detail down there behind the berm. They pull the targets down, count the amount of hits, send it back to the ranger instructor. Rounds complete, time complete. About 4 minutes, 20 seconds. We'll get the time for Team 45 here coming up next. Team 45 representing the 75th Ranger Regiment. Team 44 just made it to Porter Range. That's the pistol range. So they bypassed this KD range. They bumped up to Porter. 44 still got to go to the Buddy Team live fire range, the Pierce range. 44 has to come back to here, to the known distance range.
Coming in there.
That's Team 40. That's Sergeant First Class Whitney and his partner, Captain Rutledge.
Remember they had to come out because there was a malfunction or something.
Oh, and 40 had to come back here?
Redo this station because there was a malfunction or something.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. They had to come all the way back. How far? Where the heck were they?
They were just up the road. So.
Okay, got it. So the hey, turn back around and go back?
Maybe go get another event.
When was the last time we saw 40 on? Have we seen them at all today? We saw them at Krilling Range. So they did Krilling Range. They must have went south.
Yeah.
Krilling, Buchanan, all those. And they decided to double back north to knock out these ranges.
Yep.
So 40 was in 9th place. Or no, they were in 16th place, I think. In the top 40.
At 11:30.
Right. Or maybe it was 9th.
They were in 9th earlier this morning.
Yeah, maybe it was 9th that they were in. So even them, like a top 9 team, it's almost 4 o'clock, and they're still only going to have 3 hours left to get back to Man. This is a long one, team. All right, chat. We got Team 45 representing a Ranger Regiment. One of my former cadets, now lieutenant, Division I wrestler for United States Military Academy at West Point, and a student of combatives instructor Major Bren. Team 21's got a little bit of that. Got a little hobble. Got that little hobble.
Got a little hobble. I've seen him come in on that with that on day 3. I don't know.
Hobble day 1's tough. That's a tough one to get through. I don't mind the hobble post night foot march because that's natural. Day 1 hobble before we do our night foot march.
That is tough.
Pain. All right, we got Team 45 lining up for their start line. They already greased up their weapons. They got their magazines. They're stowing them away. They're prepped and ready to rock. They've watched 2 teams go ahead of them. They got to be focused and lock it down. Lock it in right now. On deck, we have Team 40. Team 40. So we'll watch 40 and 45, and we'll get your times for them too, just so we can have a comparison and contrast here. Any comments or questions or
Team 30?
Anybody? Team 30 still in it. That's a good question. I don't know if I have an answer for you.
I don't have the answer.
I mean, I did have the answer for you. It was in my backpack, but I left it back.
Yeah,
with my stuff because, you know,
ways behind us now.
30.
Why did 40 have to come back? Yeah, that's a good question. Rumor was, don't know, can't confirm anything, but there was some sort of malfunction or something. They had to come back.
All right, time started now.
Not sure.
Time started for Team 45, representing 75th. They're at the 500-meter target location. They're shooting at a target that is between the numbers 54 and 55. Huge black silhouette, size of about 2 people, on white paper, on cardboard. With range detail behind that berm, underneath, inside that berm, that pulls the target down after it's all done, and they count up the amount of hits. They also repatch up the target tree to make sure that they don't obviously miscount the next team's number of hits. One partner's already done. Stowed away his magazines. Ooh, he picked that pace up. Oh, he is huffing. Holy crapola.
Well, what's that going to do to their
I don't know.
shot?
He's taking that 150-meter sprint as a 150-meter Olympic sprint. Got to the barricade. They're going to the kneeling position. They're loading up their weapon systems. They're shooting at a target that is just posted up in between number 34 and 35. Really, it's spot on 34. They're in the kneeling supported position. In a minute, 30 seconds. See, still got that gas in the tank right now? They still got that gas. Oh, little drop in the magazine. Well, a good catch, though. It was like me losing my phone earlier in the day. Had to go back for it. Oh, dropped another magazine for a quick sec. Picked it up, recovered it. Waiting on his buddy. Good carry. All right, the last barricade, you were shooting standing from 400 meters away. Their target just popped up. It's at about number 6 to between 6 and 7. Same kind of targetry. They're at 2 minutes and 24 seconds. They are absolutely flying. Gameism here. A team might say the penalties 5 seconds missed added for every target missed. Theoretically, you could blow through your rounds as fast as possible. Maybe you miss every single one, but because you sprinted through it so fastly, you think you might do well. So they finished in 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Now, that's very fast compared to the other teams we've seen go through. Obviously, you should probably never have a strategy where you're just wasting rounds because obviously we want to kill the enemy, whatever objective we fight onto. But generally, the penalty is set when you miss a target. We'll add 15 to 20 seconds or something like that in this kind of event because it really prevents teams from trying to game it and shooting through it as fast as possible. So next, we're going to have Team 40 here. Team 40 is a fan favorite for the home team. Oh, correction. Yeah.
40's over in the hold, I think.
Yeah, 40. They switch. They switched on me, didn't they? Now we got the Team 49 now. So Team 40 is back in the holding area. Team 49 is on deck now. Holy crap, look at Team 45. Look what they're doing. They're technically on like free time right now, and they are cooking.
Those guys, every time I see that team,
And they're not, there's no hobble in them. I'm looking for like a difference in their gait.
these guys are
Their feet don't look beat up. They got a good gait, no hip swing, no chafing. Their uniforms are dry uniform.
Team 45.
You heard it here first. Team 45 is looking sharp.
They're looking good at this stage.
They're smiling. They're talking to Team 49. Give a little hoot and holler, like, hey, good luck, boys. They are focused on the Ranger mission right now. Locked in.
They're under a time crunch.
They're signing their scorecards saying, yep, confirm that I did get X amount of score. 21 is stepping off now. They got a little bit of hobble to them. 49, Fowler Niner.
4-9.
I think this is the SFAC, the Security Forces Assistance Command. So it's probably one of the SFAB. I bet you it's 4th SFAB, which is located here at Fort Benning, Georgia, over on Kelly Hill. So these are the elements that are similar to like the old style we were in Afghanistan, Iraq, the MIT teams we had, where you'd send out a cycle of sergeant first classes, lieutenant colonels, and majors to train your local units, whether they be National Guards or armies. And instead of taking away the manning resources from an active duty conventional unit, we now have the SFABs that's their whole purpose. Their purpose is just to give training, advising, assistance to those allies of ours across the nations to help prevent future bad guys from trying to fight us in combat. All right, let's get a good time here. Start the clock. Once they start moving, boom. Clock has started. They're moving up to that 500-meter known distance point. Team 40 in the holding area is eating food, drinking water. Team 45 is gosh darn moving. They're running to their holding area. Yo, 45 looks good. Whoa, check this out. 49 is cooking. Woo. Almost took a little Ranger tumble there. 49 is moving to the 450-meter known distance point. They just got there at the 1-minute marker. That's flying. They're in a position. Yep.
They were asking about St. Black town, so I'm trying to give some updates.
Yeah.
If anybody's got any location updates that they need, I've got it up. So.
Perfect. They got a commenter who says that it's working for them again, and they can give the updates for us. All right. Team 49 here at the 450-meter point. You're shooting at a target number 33 from the kneeling supported position. So they're kneeling and they're supported on that barricade. Dang. Partner is flying. Darn sign in the way. Ooh, sorry. Anyone who is black ohm slowly turns into an S3. Their soul is sucked from their body. You're not kidding. And their battle track. What's the Blue Force tracker say? Where are our troops arrayed? What's the composition at? What's the status? What are the standings? Do we got a sustainment package? Do we got a speedball of ammunition, food, and water? We get them all locked in and ready to go. Here we go. Ace reports. I need them right now. Stat. What is their status? who's still in. If you go to the Airborne Ranger Training Brigade Facebook page, you'll see the top 40 teams who made it to advance this portion of the day. It's posted at 11:30. You're not going to get any new standings until about probably 8:30 p.m. this evening once we have all the teams through. So that team just finished in 3:35. So Team 45 was in what, 2:48? So I thought 49 was flying, and they did it almost a whole minute slower than 45. So, wow. It lets you know 45 was really cooking. Then we got Team 40. Man, Team 40 got a really unfortunate number there. Team Flower 0, they're on deck. I got Rutledge staring me down, giving me the smoke eyes. Like, yo, why are you staring at me still? We got Whitney there, laughing, smiling. He's got his rec specs on. They also got their collars around their necks to help prevent that concussion / micro TBI stuff. Love to see it. It's good safety first. Got their ear protection in. They're looking ready to rock. Rutledge doesn't appear to have any kind of sway in his step. Whitney also looks pretty good. SFAB team that's running here, they're looking pretty darn good too. They're looking like they're moving. Gonna need to do a reapplication of sunscreen after this one. So after Team 40 is done shooting here, we're gonna bounce to whoever we think is probably the next appropriate spot. I think we've maximized our time out here at the known distance range.
Map recon here.
Team 40 is putting on their individual body armor, plate carriers, getting their helmets hooked up, getting their weapons, lubing them up, prepping them, and they're going to shoot. That's Krilling?
Yeah, Krilling's pretty loaded. Right?
Krilling is packed.
So it might be a good place to go.
Honestly, and that's a good location too, because we'll see the teams that are coming back, and then we'll know to bounce over to Malvesti. It's a straight shot, Hourglass Road. We didn't even see the Strongman competition, by the way. It's over at Babbitt Field. I don't know if there's any team that's still got to go there. They might have done like North, do Babbitt, come back. I don't know. I didn't watch the urban assault course at all. I saw one team go in. Okay, so there's one team going up, and like they're making them go up, and then maybe that's a team that's no longer in. No, they're moving.
They're
Okay.
moving. 14 looks like they're getting
All right. Team Flower 0, we'll make sure to have them on the clock. That way we have a good rating. Team 45 was in like 2:48 or something. I can't remember exactly. Might have to go back in the stream to tell us. Team 49 just went at 3:30. And let's see what Team 40 is going to do. This will be a good gauge. We get a team like 45 that's expected to do pretty well just based off the Ranger Regiment, prowess, history, coaches, and training plan. So like they tend to have higher numbers. We had Team 49, a specialty unit in the sense that the Security Force Assistance Brigade. So they might get some additional training time or trigger time.
Yeah, this is the only live stream.
And now we got Team 40 here getting ready to rock. They're loaded up and they begin. Time started now. High ready, bouncing down to the prone supported position, shooting a target that is 500 meters away, hence the known distance range aspect. Silhouette target. They're shooting fast. It's a quicker. All right, we're done with that in 30 seconds. We're now bouncing over to the middle barricade over here. Last team we saw, we got to this middle barricade in 1 minute. Team 40 just got to this middle barricade at 48 seconds. That's 12 seconds faster. Most of that time probably came from how fast they were shooting. All right, they're now shooting known distance 450 meters, just above number 33. All right, they're done at a minute 20. They're now moving to the last barricaded position. 150 meters away, and they are ready to rock. Woo, it's a far run. Look, they look like little ants. Look like little ants. Last position, 400 meters known distance. They're shooting at target 5/6. They're at 2 minutes. They're shooting from the standing position on the barricade, 400 meters away. They're shooting very fast. First partner done, second partner done. Time 2:17. So they're 21 seconds faster than Team 45.
Wow.
And I think the speed just came from their shooting. They were just shooting faster.
Yeah. We'll see what the
If that pays
hits
off
turn
or
out,
not, right? Yeah. Once again, we have no idea actual points or how well somebody's doing on an event like this. The only thing we know is like, okay, they went fastest. But theoretically, if you missed all of your targets, that'd be a lot of penalties that'd be added to your overall time, and that would crush you. Something as a former competitor, things that you are doing is when you get your respective briefs, you're looking for all those ways, not to cut corners, but to take advantage of what you're being told, what everybody's gotten for their task condition standard. If you told me we're going to add 2 seconds to all of your missed rounds, and I miss a total of 20 rounds, that's 40 seconds added to my overall time. A team like that, they would go from 2:01 to finishing 2:41. Even though you missed so many rounds, that actually is not a big penalty. Right? I don't know what the penalty was today. That's something that you think about when you're creating events like this. You want to prevent the gamification or people who are trying to maybe bend the rules a little bit, or they call it the spirit of the rule. But that's good to understand and know when you're building events similar to this, where you're a company commander, platoon leader, squad leader, team leader. You want to ensure you're making the penalties hurt because you're trying to tell them, I want you to do this thing. Real Rangers cooking the rest of them. How does the overall day scoring work? Waiting for their turns. Katie, that's a great question. So, Katie, let me introduce you to a little thing called weighting, as in weights, like actual weights of something, right? So, like, how much a person weighs. That's what we're thinking, right? So, every event is weighted differently. Generally, the weights are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 being a heavier weight. So, let's say this event, known distance range, I'm going to guess it's a 3 or a 4. Let's say 3. First place team, they're going to multiply the number 52. 52 is the amount of teams that competed today. Multiply that by 3. That's 156. First place team gets 156 points. Second place team gets 153 points. Third place, 150, on and on and on. To the last place team, they would get, well, it's only 40, so they would do 40 times whatever it was. And they would only get so many points, right? So every event is weighted differently. All those weights and events, once they're complete, they rack and stack each team for today, first through 40th place. They give you your appropriate points. They then give you those points. They add it to the overall total, and that'll be the standings we're going to see tonight when they probably populate between 8 and 8:30. Would be crazy when someone finally puts a hold to the Ranger Regiment win streak. Yeah, that's fair. Right now, Ranger Regiment win streak. They've won 4 years in a row. Some might say it fits with 2019 being your former lieutenants off the Krilling Range. We might go to Krilling Range. Krilling Range looks very busy. We hit it up earlier. We were there for a while, but it is a lot of people there. I think it's a good position to be in too. If we see 44 creeping back down, we can beat them to Malvesti, and then we'll probably just keep the rest of the stream on Malvesti the rest of the night. That way we can see all 40 teams coming in, crushing that Malvesti. Malvesti is going to be absolutely brutal after a day like this. 40 probably knows this event has a low weight. Well, I don't think they do it like tell people what the weights are based off of my experience in the competition. I do know that as a competitor, I generally understand looking at the standings post event, you can figure out or gamify, all right, this was obviously worth 2. Oh, urban assault course is obviously huge because one team jumped up, 15 in the rankings. And it's really easy to understand what each weight is on a day where events are back to back to back because you see teams go from 3rd place to 11th place back to 5th. And so you can understand what the weights are, guesstimate what it is. Like today, it's going to be difficult because we're probably just going to go from, all right, after 3 events, here's our standings. After 18 events, here's our standings. So really, nobody's going to truly understand the standings or what they are or how the weights work today. Is Team 10 made it yet? Team 10 is still at Grill. How do you know where they are? Is there like a board or something that tells you this? He is on the Black Ohm website, and he's got probably access to it, and he's just looking at that and thinking that way. Thanks, Southeast. Appreciate it. Team 40. They were flying there. They were flying. Just waiting for my ranger buddy here. Having a little meet up with his old buddies and friends. Well, I'm at 3% battery on the stream. So the stream's going to go down here probably for a little bit as Blaine and I bounce to Krilling range, just because I know my phone's going to die here soon. It's all right, though. Once we get to the car, maybe I'll get a little charge in and we'll be okay for a bit. We'll see. It's hard to charge the phone while it's on the gimbal, just because the gimbal stabilizes the entire thing. Feels like I'm looking through an ATAC. How do you know what an ATAC system is? You're not supposed to be knowing what an ATAC system is, but you're correct. It's like a Blue Forest tracker that enables you to see all the different arrayed good guys on the battlefield. It's pretty cool. All right, Whitney and Rutledge, Team 40. They are moving out now back here. It appears they're going to run this way. Team 40 family, what does 40 still got to do? They got to go that way, or they got urban? Do they have to do the buddy team live fire still? Okay, so they just got to do urban assault course. Oh, they still got to get all the way south. Yes, that's him right there. Yeah, it's Rutledge and Whitney. So they're going to come out. They're going to go out to Burroughs Range or Buchanan Range, do the Selby obstacle course. That event's quick. That event's like 3 minutes long. So that's super fast. What's that? Oh yeah, they shot. I streamed it on the live stream. They did it the fastest we saw in 2 minutes and 9 seconds. What's that? Well, I mean, we got long legs and they're getting briefed over there. You know what I mean? But it is on the live stream if you want to check it out. Yeah. We are going to go to Krilling. Krilling is super backed up, it looks like. So I think we're going to get some more action there. Yeah, I thought it was smart that you guys did Krilling first. Did they bounce north after Krilling?
No, so they came here,
So they had to leave, go out, come back.
back to do it again. So then,
I don't know how many teams are going to make it back by 7, if we're being honest.
they said if you don't finish an event, if you don't do an event, you get a 0.
Right.
Put it out at this
Right. Okay. All right, Team 40. We'll see you later. In the head? You saying hydrate or something? Yo, you unlock that GMC Acadia, my man? Oh, you did? I gotta get the power on.
I'm leaving it open now.
Okay. He's an open guy. All right, so let's do this. Get our whip. We gotta get the batteries going, you know what I'm saying? We hurting the stream batteries. Powered up. All right, we got some power again. Yeah, 40! Woo! Lock it in. Lock it in, boys. Alrighty. Yeah, I think Krilling. Oh, hot chow.
Got to stay hydrated.
Right?
Everybody does out here. The sun came out, but now that sun's starting to go away, it's starting to cool off a little bit, which is nice. That'll help these guys. Make sure we don't have any Rangers coming.
So give you an update. You were talking to your old Ranger buddy.
Yeah.
Talking to Team 40's family.
Yeah.
Team 40 did Krilling Range first.
Right.
Then they worked north. Right? Nah, it's just doing it. I gotta plug it in. There we go.
Because you're plugged
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
They did Krilling Range first. They worked north. They got here. When they got here, the range was down because of malfunction with weapon systems. So they had to leave here.
Yep.
They then bounced over to the other Rangers, came back. So they had to come back here to 40.
Right.
They still have to go starting at the Urban Assault Course and go all the way south.
Oh.
Work back to do the Prusik, Urban Assault Course, Prusik, Urban Assault Course, Strongman, and then they can go to Malvesti.
Okay.
So we're talking, they have to move. Oh man, they have to move. Sorry, I'm like trying to do 2 things at once. They got to move 5 miles down, 3.5 miles back, 8.5 miles, and then they got to move a half mile up. They still got to move 10 miles. There's no way. I think most of these teams aren't going to be able to make this.
Yeah, I don't. So.
And I think what's going to happen is if you don't make a lane, you're just going to get 0 points on it.
Yeah, I think we're starting to get a little rain on the windshield now too, so it's going to make things a little special.
A little spicy. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going right to Krilling.
Yeah, it's gonna make things interesting. Yeah, I think I don't think they anticipate more than 3, maybe 5, if they're lucky, teams getting everything.
Getting everything knocked out.
Yeah, getting everything before the cut. So I think a lot of teams are going to be coming in close to that wire, right? So I think Malvesti is just going to be a big free-for-all at some point. Because all the teams are going to be showing up around the same time because they're all pushing the time limit, right? So Malvesti is going to be packed by the end because everybody's going to be short on time and trying to cut it, trying to finish a range you know, at some point they're going to have to call it and just say, you know, we can't risk not getting through this lane quick enough and then getting back in time.
I think what might be tough too is, let's say you're a competitor, just by chance you happen to go to like more of the lower rated events, let's say M320, maybe Sniper or something, but then you couldn't get through Krilling because Krilling line took too long, but Krilling was a lot of weight.
Right.
You get 0 points, whereas like a team that maybe that average there got 200 points. That 200 points they just got on you is huge.
Yeah.
We'll take a right up here.
That could be unsurmountable at this point of the competition.
We always talk about this, Blaine and I. Day one is the most important day, this day, because at first you had 52 teams, then 40. All of your weights, you have the ability to jump up and down amongst those 40 teams on day one because there's so many teams in the competition.
Right.
So like, theoretically, let's say you're in last place and you just crush Krilling range, you guys take first. You get 200, or you get 5 times 52, you get 260 points.
Right.
And maybe that really good team only got 200 points. You just jumped up 62 points on them. You only get that kind of jumping in the points on this first day.
On the first day, right. That's right. As the days go, your opportunity to move within the pack is much less.
To the point when you get to day stakes tomorrow, like say you make it, there's only 28 teams that make it. You get to the day stakes. Of those 28 teams, only, let's say, like you're only going to move max six spots, max. So you're in 28th place, max you're probably going to move up to is 22. Because you end up competing in your groups of 4, and you kind of compete at each other's level. Because you see like, oh, that dude's going that fast, I'm going to match his speed going that fast.
You get the opportunity to see your competition. So you match your competition.
And that's what happens.
That you don't lose any.
You match them every time.
Position. Yeah.
I was looking at last year's standings. Did you know from day 1 to day 3, after day 1 was over and the points were out, how many standings do you think moved between 1st and 16th place?
No idea.
Generally it's a pretty good amount. Like it's like 8 or 7.
Right.
Last year was 1. The 14th place team jumped up to 10th place. The 10th place team dropped down to 11, and then that's it. And then those teams dropped 12, 13, 14.
Wow.
So one team moved from day 1 to day 3. It was the 14th place team jumped up to 10th place. Everybody else kept their positions.
Wow.
Wild.
Heading out to where?
Krilling Range.
Yeah. All right.
We saw Krilling Range look like it had a bunch of people in that direction. Let's get going that way.
We must have been under a cloud or something, because it's not raining anymore. So.
Team 23 is moving south on Good Luck Road.
Krilling right there, ain't it?
Yep, this is Krilling right here to our right.
That's what it looks like.
Oh, look at that VIP
yeah.
parking, huh?
Look at, oh yeah, we're gonna need that.
Ooh, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 teams in the holding area. Ooh, we know that's 20 minutes per team. 20, 40, 60, 80. So we're at an hour 20. That takes you to 5:40. And then that means you have an hour 20 to finish. Oh my goodness.
You're gonna have to hoof it. Gonna have to hoof it.
So how much battery? I got 4% battery.
Are you not charging?
No, I can't when I'm doing horizontal mode like this.
Oh,
It'll pull your gimbal down.
Oh, okay.
Whereas portrait mode, you can charge while streaming, you know? So we might want to just change the stream to yours.
Okay. Yep.
Let them know.
We'll,
Team 9's here, getting ready to leave. We'll stay on the stream though until Blaine's is up, and then we'll take my phone, charge it up, get a recharge going. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, Tim. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 teams in the holding area. We got Team 34, Walter Payton, leaving right now. Yup, 30's at Krilling. All right, so we're gonna be a little bit wonky here as I try to get my stuff unplugged. Whoop. We're gonna get Blaine's stream up, so we have the second stream up, and then I'll take mine down as we charge at my phone, preparing it for the nighttime foot march / the Malvesti. Once we get him up, we'll let you all know. You can bounce over to that stream, and then we'll shut this one down. That way we can get a good charge, get us all locked in, ready to go. right, so let's see. We got some binos here. Let's use them. What teams we got here? Anyone knows what teams have dropped? Yes, DK, if you go to the Airborne Ranger Training Brigade website, you look at the standings, you will see who dropped. All right, right in front of me right now, I got Team 41. I got Team 10. Team 28's on deck getting ready to shoot. Team 10, Team 41. Oh, you're getting horizontal. You're getting ready to rock.
I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, you can go whenever. "41 and 10 are sitting here. Now notice they're sitting in this transition area. They're sitting in the dirt. They have no cover. Oh, Blaine, you're up?
Yeah, I'm
All right, Blaine's live stream's up. Now that he's up, you can go ahead, jump over to that live stream. I'm gonna shut this one down so we can get some power and some juice back in this device. 3, 6, 12. That was 2.5 hours of streaming live there. That was a good call, Blaine. All right, you 157 folks, jump over to Blaine's stream. You're gonna see